Well, obviously a great win for our program. UIW has not been Division I for very long, of course, and really it's only been the past 3 seasons that we participated in the conference tournament. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, of course, it was canceled. Last year we got beaten in a tough game by Abilene Christian. So, needless to say, this is the first time in school history that UIW has won a game in the conference tournament since they became Division I. That's all we really talked about all week, and we knew this was going to be a tough game, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for Doobie and her coaching staff for weathering everything that they've gone through to come out and play with 7 players and be as competitive as they were. But so a ton of respect for them, and obviously for us, typically, as these guys would tell you, we're really more known for our defense. I mean, not so much for our offense, but defense. But again, that's a credit to Nichols. They were making shots and playing really well. But obviously, our offense, we were just joking about where we don't typically score 27 points in a quarter, but fortunately we did. And that fourth one, those last 3 were big, of course. But so great win. Really excited to, just to be playing again tomorrow, and just, we've been just talking about one day at a time. So, and I know that's very cliche, but it's a really big win for our program.
Jacqueline, just talk us through that final shot.
So throughout the season, I've got shots that are similar to that, like fading away threes, but so it was bound for one of them to go in at some point. But of course, I do practice those all the time in practice, like shot clock running down, like I'll get to shoot those shots. So it wasn't like my first time shooting a shot like that, but it was also a great pass from Destiny and great screen from Jamie Means. So yeah.
You put up 19 points in the fourth quarter, and it seemed that every time your team needed you, you found the way to put the ball in the basket. You just talk about the fact that you were literally in the zone.
So I knew I had made a lot of mistakes defensively. So I knew I had to come through at least offensively. And they were just giving me the opportunity. I had some great passes from Chloe, great pass from Tiana. They were setting me up for a lot of good shots that I know I can knock down. So it was that.
Tiana, this team, you guys took as much as a 5-point lead in the fourth quarter, but throughout the game, you guys never had an opportunity to put the game away. Just talk about the persistence of this team throughout this contest.
Yeah, like what Coach Dow said, we're really known for our defense, and we knew if we played good defense, then the offense would follow. But we had to make sure that we got defensive stops to give ourselves a chance on offense, because we knew that was going to come with more stops and more stops. And we were saying, Jock was hot, and we're giving her chances to put the ball in, and she did that.
You guys were down 5 with under 20 seconds to go.
Don't remind me.
Talk about the mindset of the team. And it's a question for all 3 of you. But talk about the mindset of the team and the composure that you guys had in that stretch.
Well, we've grown so accustomed to playing so many close games. I haven't won them all, and it wasn't that long ago that we rallied to beat that same team in overtime, at their place, and probably less than a month ago. And, so we've been there before. We're used to, special situations. We practice it. We've had so many close games. I think we know how to react. It did help when Jock banked in that 3. That certainly, that didn't hurt by any means. But it is, like I said, it's something that we've grown accustomed to. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was trying to craft the post-game speech in my head, and we were down 5. I wasn't feeling good, and I was like, oh, man, we caught a couple breaks, there, including a banked-in 3. But at the same time, we obviously, and these 2 had a lot to do with it, we did enough throughout the game to give ourselves a chance in the final minute, and as a coach, you want everything. You want everything to be perfect. It's not going to happen, but if you compete in all 3 phases, and I thought we did, and gave ourselves a chance, and so we were right there. And again, we know we got a little lucky, but there's also a little bit of, you got to create your own luck as well. So I think we did that too.
It seemed like early on that they kind of exploited maybe the inside a little bit on you.
Yeah.
But at halftime, did you obviously make that?
A little bit. Brianna Washington is tough. She's physical. She's so strong. She's crafty. She just understands how to play, uses her body really well. And a lot of what we're somewhat you got to pick your poison a little bit defensively. Like, what are you willing to give up? Well, then, they started getting kick out threes, and that's like, okay, wait a second. You're not supposed to be a great 3-point shooting team. And, China Allen goes for 30 points and knocks down 4 of 6 from 3. And so then we tried to make a few adjustments. There was a little bit, not going to lie to you, in my head, I'm thinking, well, 2 points is better than giving up 3, so we kind of started we stopped doubling in the post and that type of thing, and kind of gambling. We've got some length, obviously, with Tiana and Chloe Storr and Jamie Means, so to make her shoot tough shots, and so that was, she ended up 5 of 13. It felt better for her in that sake, or worse for us. But yeah, she's a load to match up with in there.
It also kind of seemed like offensively you tried to spread them out a little bit.
Yep.
Use a lot of backdoor cuts.
Yep.
Get some easy baskets.
Got that a few times. That's kind of a byproduct of what we do offensively, and we do a lot of what people refer to as Princeton action and that type of thing. And there's counters. If they take away this, well, then we do this. I know Chloe Storr had a hit Jock on a backdoor cut. I think she ended up drawing the foul, if I remember, if nothing else. So we ended up shooting 2 free throws. And part of it is we know, clearly teams are going to try to take Jock out of the equation, and in terms of limiting her touches, we're so used to that we've kind of learned to play through that, and sometimes you're trying to take advantage of a team maybe being a little bit over aggressive and try to get her involved more on cuts and not just shooting threes and that type of thing.
One more question. Anybody's got a question?
Obviously, it's survive advance is
Yep.
important, and that's the goal, but how important is this win for the foundation of this program?
Big. We are Tiana's one of the few exceptions. It's a lot of sophomores. It's a lot of girls that played half a season last year. We played a grand total of 15 games because of all the COVID shutdowns that we personally had as a program. And, and I'll give you a specific example. I think Chloe Storr, if I remember correctly, played 2 games last season, maybe one. And this is a kid, I would be remiss, I know I've referenced her a few times, if I didn't bring up her contributions today. And she's got a whole lot of DNPs, did not play, this year, DNP-CD, which is coach's decision. And that kid was ready. We've been dealing with some injuries. Brenna Perez celebrating Jock's 4-point play the other day, sprained her ankle in the final 30 seconds, had the high ankle sprain, so she's done for the season. And it's big for the kids' confidence. They know they can do it. I think they'll be ready to play tomorrow. But even, like I said, going into next year and as well with so many returning players and so many young players at that.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.